The call to courage, moving beyond fear to command your destiny opening. What sets the man who carves his name into the fabric of history apart from the one who watches from the sidelines? Is it luck, timing, or natural ability? None of these. It is the decision to act in spite of fear, to move when all reasons inside scream to pause. Have you ever stood frozen before a chance that could alter your life? Questioned yourself, wondering if now was the moment to leap? What if that hesitation is the enemy cloaked in disguise? What if waiting for the right time is a lie told by your doubts to keep you comfortable but stagnant? Fear versus faith. The battlefield within fear is the invisible prison erected in the place where faith should reside. It whispers, "What if you fail?" It chains your feet when the call is clear. Go now. Many mistake this paralysis for humility, but it's nothing more than polite rebellion. Think of Peter stepping onto the storm-tossed sea. His faith buoyed him until fear took hold, pulling him under. The failure was not in fear itself, but in surrendering to it. Courage doesn't mean absence of fear. It is mastery over it. Too often, men waiting for clarity, permission, or perfect timing. But waiting is not wisdom. It is disobedience when God has spoken. When you stand still, despite divine instruction, you are not cautious. You are defiant. The cost of hesitation. Abraham walked without knowing where he would end. David faced Goliath without weighing odds. Jesus obeyed the cross without flinching. Lincoln led a divided nation while his soul was aflame with doubt. Acted not because fear was absent, but because their faith outshone it. Waiting for fear to leave means never stepping forward. The kingdom rewards those who move through fear, not those who wait for its absence. Faith's currency. Boldness as proof in the kingdom of purpose. Faith is the only currency, and boldness is its evidence. Hesitate too long, and your dreams will die buried in the graveyard of almost. Walk into places where you're unrecognized. Speak as if victory is guaranteed. Approval follows action, never precedes it. This is the law of spiritual advance. Courage as identity. Courage isn't a badge worn for show. It is the skin you breathe, the air you carry. No great leader waited until ready. They acted from their calling and became worthy by doing. You are enlisted by virtue of life itself. Your orders are active. Do not wait for fear's permission. Outrun it. Practical exercise tonight. Write the boldest step you will take tomorrow. When doubt whispers, respond, "I move because I am sent." Expanding the vision. Every step forward is a rebellion against the comfort of fear. It is a claim on destiny. Imagine the countless dreams that wither because a man bowed to hesitation. What if your life story was rewritten today, not by circumstance, but by your decision to rise? Consider the pioneers, the explorers, the inventors who faced uncertainty. Edison failed thousands of times, yet pressed forward. The world remembers his perseverance, not his doubts. You must become the man who moves even when the path is unclear. You must hear the divine call and respond with footsteps, not silence. Historical insights. Look at the life of Harriet Tubman. She escaped slavery, but her mission didn't stop there. She repeatedly risked her life returning to free others, driven by a purpose larger than fear. She was not fearless. She was faithful. Or Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for decades, yet he held on to hope and acted with courage upon release. His boldness redefined a nation. What do these men and women have in common? They moved despite fear. Their obedience to purpose rewrote history. Reflection. Ask yourself, what fear is holding you back? Is it fear of failure, rejection, or ridicule? Name it, face it, then refuse to let it dictate your actions. Make a list of the what-ifs that cripple you. Beside each, write a counterstatement rooted in faith and command. Example: what if I fail? I move because my mission is greater than failure. What if they reject me? I speak because truth is not dependent on approval. Invitation to action tomorrow. Step boldly into one thing you've avoided. It need not be perfect. It must be done. Let this be your declaration. I move before fear leaves. I obey the call, despite trembling knees. Walking with the authority of heaven opening. What does it look like to carry a divine mission? How does a man's posture reveal the authority vested in him from above? Posture is more than physical stance. It is the language of belief written across your presence. Have you ever entered a room and felt the atmosphere shift? What made that? Man unforgettable? Was it his words, his skill, or something deeper? What if your very posture could speak of the greatness you carry? The power of assumption. Barnes didn't walk into Edison's world asking permission or offering interest. He entered as if the deal was sealed, as if the partnership was already a fact. This unshakable assumption created a legacy. Assuming authority does not mean arrogance. It means representing what has been given you. You carry a message too important for timidity. Representing God with excellence, you wouldn't send a king's message through a trembling voice or wrapped in rags. Yet many carry divine assignments with doubt and hesitation. Your mission demands confidence, not courtesy. Walk like you've been sent, because you have. Historical examples: consider Rockefeller, whose composure spoke before words. His posture said, "I am a man who belongs." Or Roosevelt, who straightened in pain because posture is decision made visible. Their confidence wasn't vanity. It was reverence and readiness. The lie of waiting to feel ready. No great man waited for readiness. They acted first and grew into their role. Waiting for the perfect moment is the enemy of destiny. You grow by living as the man you intend to be, not by shrinking behind excuses. Daily practices. Speak your identity aloud every morning. Dress with honor, not vanity. Keep your surroundings ordered as a reflection of your mission. Train your voice to carry certainty, your handshake to lock eyes, your walk to claim space, not the weight of divine assignment. Walking as one sent by heaven carries a sacred weight. It is not light. It demands posture that reflects authority and purpose. Smallness is not holy. Shrinking is not noble. Reflection: what does your posture say? Do you carry yourself with the silent confidence of a man on mission, or do you blend in with the crowd? Practice standing tall for 5 minutes daily, breathing deeply, affirming your mission. Invitation to action tomorrow. Enter every room as a representative of something greater. Speak not with hesitation, but with the weight of purpose. The morning. Command. Seizing your day with sacred discipline opening. How you begin your morning determines the trajectory of your entire day. The sunrise is not just a moment on the clock. It is a portal to purpose, a gate through which kings claim their thrones. Have you noticed how some men rise with a fire that seems unshakable, even before the world stirs? What secret fuels their momentum? What if your mornings held the power to rewrite your destiny? The morning as a battlefield. Every dawn is a battlefield, a war between drift and discipline, between distraction and destiny. The man on a mission does not wake up to see how the day will go. He wakes to declare how it must go. This is no casual routine. It is consecration. The first hour is your kingdom's crown jewel. Protect it fiercely. The ritual of command. Rise early. Before coffee, before messages, before noise. Write down your chief aim. Declare your identity aloud. Speak with the voice of a general briefing his troops. This is not empty habit. It is ritual that programs your subconscious, aligning your spirit with divine intent. The power of repetition. Repetition is not monotony. It is the forge where identity is shaped. Writing your purpose daily strengthens your mind, rewires your beliefs, and silences doubt. You become the man who commands his day, not one who drifts in reaction. Historical models. Henry Ford, imagined machines before metal touched them. Albert Hubbard started his mornings in solitary reflection, sharpening his vision. They knew mornings were when vision speaks loudest and distractions whisper least. Rejecting. Drift is the enemy masquerading as balance or wisdom. It convinces you to wait, to blend in, to settle. But destiny demands you earn the bridges to the old, comfortable self. Spiritual surgery to rise is to execute a daily death of hesitation, of excuses, of the man who once survived but did not thrive. Write the obituary of your old self. Burn it. Declare aloud who you are becoming. Practical exercises create a morning war room. Journal your chief aim. Recite your identity statements. Walk deliberately. Speak intentionally. Reflection. How do your mornings serve your mission? Are they sacred or scattered? Make the choice to protect your first hour. It determines the rest. Invitation to action tomorrow. Rise before the noise. Command your day. Defend your crown. The death of the old self. Embracing spiritual surgery for transformation opening. Who are you willing to bury today to become the man you were sent to be? Transformation demands sacrifice, and the greatest sacrifice is the death of your old self. The hesitant, apologetic, timid man who has held you captive. Have you been negotiating with your comfort when destiny demands war? The cost of comfort is a thief. It robs vision, steals courage, and delays destiny. It whispers lies of balance, logic, and waiting until the time is right. But spiritual laws are clear. God promotes only those who die to themselves. The execution of the old mantis is not metaphorical fluff. This is spiritual surgery. Write the obituary of the man who waited, who played humble to avoid being seen, who blamed, bargained, begged. Burn it. Destroy it. Don't fold it neatly away. Declare your freedom. Say aloud, with fire in your voice, I no longer tolerate hesitation. I no longer ask permission to be excellent. I no longer answer to the man who kept me average. Ritual as response each morning, look in the mirror and declare, the man I was is not allowed to speak today. Train your subconscious to serve your new identity, not control you with old doubts. Physical and environmental alignment. Change your wardrobe if it reflects doubt. Cleanse your home and workspaces of relics of your past. Fill your environment with tools, symbols, and triggers that reinforce your new self. Daily renewal transformation is daily, not a one-time event. Every sunrise is a call to refuse old voices, old habits. Old hesitation. Warning against drift disguises itself in logic and balance, but leads to compromise and stagnation. God does not promote a man comfortable in his past limitations. Historical inspiration Andrew Carnegie burned bridges to mediocrity and never rebuilt. His habits, friends, vocabulary, and identity changed radically because destiny demanded it. Exercises for execution. Write your obituary. Burn it. Declare your freedom daily. Change your environment to reflect your new identity. Reflection. Are you holding on to the man who kept you small? How is that holding back your mission? Invitation to action. Commit to daily spiritual surgery. Refuse the old self. Embrace the warrior you are becoming. Commanding presence, posture, belief, and the power to influence. Opening your posture tells a story even before you utter a single word. Have you ever noticed how some men enter a room and command attention without speaking? What invisible power draws eyes, bends wills, and moves mountains before a word is said? Posture as proof of belief. Belief is embodied. It radiates from your shoulders, your gaze, your handshake. Posture is not arrogance, it is precision. The body speaks truths. The lips dare not whisper. The man who slouches surrenders influence. The man who stands tall declares command. Lessons from giants. Rockefeller did not just build an empire. He built assurance. His presence was the seal of trust before any contract was signed. Carnegie did not hunch under pressure. Roosevelt did not shrink in weakness. They carried the weight of their missions with a body that believed. Training your presence. Train your shoulders to square against fear. Practice steady eye contact. Speak with calm certainty. Let your hand shake. Lock ownership of the moment. Invisible observers, even when alone, walk like kings watch. The unseen eyes of destiny study your every move. The world may not applaud yet, but conviction commands eventual obedience. The power of movement your walk is a language. Every step either pulls you closer to greatness or pushes you into doubt. Do not slouch in solitude. Move with purpose, even when no one watches. Beyond words, people. Follow proof, not promises. Posture precedes performance. Before you speak, your body has already declared your truth. Challenge. How does your posture reflect your belief in your mission? Are you communicating confidence or doubt through your physical presence? Invitation to action today. Stand taller. Speak slower. Own the space you occupy. Train your body to be an ambassador of your calling. Closing, remember, your influence is born not just in what you say, but in how you show up. Moving through fear and seizing your divine assignment. Opening fear is the silent enemy of every man on a mission. It masquerades as humility, caution, or wisdom, but it is rebellion cloaked in politeness. Will you let hesitation chain you, or will you move boldly despite the quake in your knees? Faith versus fear. True faith demands action, not waiting. Abraham did not see the destination, but stepped forward. David ran toward the giant, unmeasured. Jesus obeyed, bleeding. Lincoln led with a heart full of turmoil. The trap of hesitation waiting for fear to leave is waiting forever. Brilliant ideas rot in the graveyard of someday. Don't let your courage be buried with your breath. A kingdom's currency in the divine realm. Faith is currency and boldness is proof. Speak before applause. Move before certainty. Walk as if victory is already yours. Obedience over comfort. God commands the willing, not the fearless. Obedience means action, not ease. Your crown is won on the battlefield of obedience. The daily battle. Your enemies wear soft voices whispering, be careful. They hide in logic and timing, but these are lies, designed to stop your mission. Move or disobey. There is no middle ground. Every moment you hesitate, someone else advances. You are enlisted. No draft dodging. The purpose will find you. Will you answer? Say aloud, I am the man who moves before comfort. I override fear with obedience. I wear boldness like armor. This is your charge. Move through fear. Command your throne. The world awaits your greatness.